look at the coup that just happened in Niger Republic, a lot of factors contributed to this coup. You see, the coup has actually gained a lot of attraction because this is like the third country that this coup is happening. If you realize that these three countries that has experienced coup, you realize that they were former French colony. I'll give you a very good example of what I'm trying to talk about. If you realize, if you look at the major colonial masters, those people who gave independence to most African countries like the British, the French, and a lot of other countries, you realize that the countries that are doing worse are those that were colonized by the French. So it seems like the French, after giving this their colony independence, they still have a strong hold on this country. Some of this country does not even have their own personal currency. They are being backed up by the French currency. And a lot of other things. And these countries, if you look at, let's take example, let's look at the present country. Niger Republic is one of the African countries that shares border with Nigeria, Guinea, Burkina Faso, Mali, Chad, Algeria, and even Libya. Is a very big country that has a lot of desert. Now, this country has a lot of natural resources, right? And you figure that Niger Republic is the second poorest country in the world. And of course, Niger Republic is a former colony of the French. Now, these countries, they've kicked out the French and said they don't want to do business with French anymore because they haven't benefited anything from since the French has been in their country, and then they've been doing business with them. They don't want the French anymore. At least they have a reason for doing that. I'll give you an example. The British was one of the British. If you look at British and France, all the countries that the British colonized are doing far better than the ones that were colonized by the French. Look, take example. Look at Nigeria. I'm not saying Nigeria is doing good, but Nigeria, the countries that were colonized by the French, the British, are doing better than the ones that were colonized by the French. Then Nigeria, Ghana, and many other African countries were colonized by the British, and those countries are actually doing far better than the ones that were colonized by the French. If you look at the ones that were colonized by the French, like Burkina Faso, Niger Republic, Cameroon, and all of that, those countries are doing worse than the ones that were colonized by the British. So you can see why the growing concern, why these people don't want to have anything to do with the French anymore, and they decide to kick them out. I will give you an example. Let me quickly play the video so you can see the latest development, what happened, and all of that. So if I go to the video, you see exactly, what happened. So from what you're seeing, these are the coup plotters, those people who overthrew the elected government of the Niger Republic, where they're talking about how the government has been changed and now they are in charge. These people, they said the resources of the country has been plundered, and now they're taking over the destiny of their country, and they want to develop this country. And if you look at it, what are you going to say if you look at a country that is one of the poorest countries in the world? There's nothing to show for the country, right? So they've decided to take it upon themselves and show you how and see if they can develop this country. I'm going to put a map of Niger Republic so you can see exactly how the Niger Republic borders the other two countries. So if I go to Niger Republic, let me quickly show you the map of Niger Republic so you can see it for yourself. This is the map of Niger Republic. You can see Niger Republic is a very big country. It borders Libya, Algeria, Chad, Mali, Nigeria, Burkina Faso, and many other countries. So these other countries, most of the countries like Burkina Faso was already also a French colony that decided they don't want to do business with French anymore. Now they want to do business with they want to take their destiny back on their hands. So what baffles me is when ECOWAS, I don't know if you've ever heard of ECOWAS. ECOWAS is Economic Community of West African States. It's a block of countries who come together, call themselves Economic Community of West African States, where they have free movement between countries and then free trade between themselves, right? Which Niger is part of it. Now, the leader of ECOWAS presently is the president of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The thing that is going on is President Niger Republic to reinstall the president, the ousted president of Niger Republic in 7 days. But my question is, which purpose is the president of Nigeria serving? Because I don't know exactly. Nigeria has been fighting Boko Haram for many years. They couldn't even get assistance to fight terrorists, known terrorists that is flagged as terrorists by all the countries in the world. They couldn't get assistance. So you think if Nigeria choose to fight the battle of Niger Republic, do you think that is where they're going to get assistance? I don't know, maybe the French and the West actually promised the Nigerian government that they're going to assist them. Nigerian government has forgotten that, let me put the president of Nigeria there. Nigerian government has forgotten that the Nigeria has been their neighbor forever. So if you decide to go fight your neighbor who has always been your neighbor, and then you decide to fight, maybe after all the atrocities that will be committed by these countries, between the soldiers of these two countries, after this thing has been resolved with the people from Niger Republic. So if you now get into a fight just to satisfy the requirement of the West or the puppet masters, then you will now become enemies with your neighbors for the rest of your life, just like what is happening in Ukraine. So I don't understand. My advice is this: the president of Nigeria doesn't need to do anything to prove that. I think the best form to resolve issues like this is actually negotiation, because these people are your neighbors. By a large extent, by extension, they are our brothers. So you need to, the best form to resolve issues like this is actually negotiation and further negotiation. Another thing that surprised me is that ECOWAS community decided to slap sanction on Niger Republic. I have never seen where sanction works, because at the end of the day, Niger is the second poorest country in the world. At the end of the day, you sanction them, the poor are going to be starving, and those people in government will never starve. So if you think you want to change the government of the country by putting the people of Niger Republic in a big suffering, then I don't know what exactly to say. This is not going to help. I think Nigeria and the ECOWAS community leaders should sit down, strategize, and see how they can dialogue and try to resolve this thing amicably through dialogue, rather than trying to send military intervention into Niger Republic. But anyway, if you like this episode, follow our channel and like our videos, and we'll see you for other videos. Cheers.